That was the sound of my leg against the chair. Very cute.
Today we're going to be talking about something that I grew up watching. WWE wrestlers.
Yeah!
Ooh, yeah!
I've never watched a wrestling match a day in my life. Everything that I know about wrestling, maybe like some of you also, is from the show Glow.
I've compiled a list of some of my favorite wrestlers and their finishing maneuvers. Now, a lot of wrestlers have more than one finishing maneuver, so I chose the one that they're probably most known for. Tons of them that I really like aren't on this list because we have to keep it down to a reasonable time. But what we're going to try to do today is I'm going to name the wrestler, their stage, their performing name, their wrestling name, and Caro has to try and figure out what their finishing move is called and how it is executed without knowing anything about the wrestler or their style of wrestling.
Yeah.
I've also broken it down into categories. So the first one is funny finishing maneuvers. Funny means it really has no combative devastation to the person, to the other wrestler. It's mostly just like kind of a weird move that really shouldn't do a lot of damage, but yet it is a finisher. The next category are simple finishing maneuvers. Pretty straightforward, basic execution. Third topic is technically cool. These ones are really just like super dynamic, very interesting, like body movements. You just think like, how do these people pull that sort of stuff off? The fourth one I've called brutalitops. Brutal finishing maneuvers. It looks like it hurts.
Okay.
And then my last category are favorites. These are my favorite finishing moves that I loved every time I saw them. So let's begin, shall we?
I have a question for you first.
Yes.
Okay. If you were a wrestler, what would your wrestler name be?
Oh boy. Maybe like Apex. Cause like Alex, but Apex,
I gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't know, that sounds kind of hardcore. Apex Predator.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there we go. That's good. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
So the first category is funny. This wrestler goes by many monikers.
Okay.
So his name is Mick Foley, and he goes by the moniker Mankind.
I'm picturing like a little prehistoric here. I'm picturing a little caveman.
Not
Clearly, let me finish. He's starting a fire in the ring. Just like a little first, like Mankind's first spark, and it's called the Trailblazer. Did I nail it or what?
what's being done to the person
They're being smoked out.
While maybe equally as ridiculous, their finishing move is known as the mandible claw. Mankind had this bit where he would pull out a sock called Mr. Socko.
You're trying to tell me that that's less ridiculous than my guess?
Yeah, right there, that's Mankind.
Yeah,
with
I
the
think
mask.
I can tell apart.
Oh, who's
Mick
the Rock
Foley
versus
and
the
The
Rock?
He looks like Michael in the Survivor Man episode of The Office, where he just
tears off his
tears his clothes off and runs into the woods.
And then there's the sock, tucked in his pants. Mr. Socko!
Oh my goodness.
There he goes, he winds it up. And alright,
Watch this already.
so you see what I mean by funny?
Yeah. I forgot what category we were on.
We were on funny. The next move is by John Cena. I don't know if you saw on the computer.
I can't
You
read.
didn't see it?
No.
Okay, great. So this is John Cena. What's his finishing move?
I'm like 99% sure about the accuracy of this. So
Okay.
I think that he has a little cape on. Let me finish. Hides behind it.
Are you sure about that?
Sneaks behind his opponent because you can't see him. And then you know that thing where you stand behind someone and you put your kneecaps behind the back of their knees and then just like forward.
You're almost there. You did get one part right.
Yeah.
The you can't see me.
Yeah.
This move is called the 5-knuckle shuffle.
I didn't.
Oh, you
name
didn't
that.
name it.
I mean, I want to just call it the kneecapper, but that's not accurate, nor is it.
Well, I'd stick with that.
Okay.
Kneecapper actually kind of fits his whole moniker. John Cena's character is that of sort of like a white gangster. That was his whole persona. Yeah, it's pretty. This is John Cena's 5-knuckle shuffle.
I need to be more violent with my guesses here. What is he wearing?
There it is.
Wow.
Actually, he just recently, in an interview,
Wow, watch wrestling.
Stelly has entered the ring.
Wow, what's your finishing move?
So now we're gonna move on to simple finishing moves.
Okay.
This next one is by a Canadian amazing wrestler. He's known as one of the best technical wrestlers. Comes from a huge line of wrestling families here in Canada, and I believe Calgary, Alberta. I don't know. Might want to have to fact check me on that.
Fact check that.
We'll fix that right now if it was correct or not. Fun fact: I was actually taught amateur wrestling by his nephew.
Oh!
This wrestler is Bret the Hitman Hart.
The Hitman.
Bret the Hitman Hart. It's a submission hold. So basically, he's trying to make the other person tap with this finishing move.
Okay.
Just whatever your heart imagines.
My heart imagines starting on the outside of the ring. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of screaming fans. Okay?
Yes,
His
yeah.
opponent is soaking it in. Bret the Hitman Hart slinks up from like the back corner of the ring. So he pushes himself up like Ariel onto the deck.
Yeah.
Rolls.
Mm.
Comes up behind him. And just
Like a little rear naked chokehold?
yeah.
Okay.
It's called Choke from the Heart.
Choke. It's actually called the sharpshooter.
Okay. Ooh.
The sharpshooter.
That's good. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we love a theme.
We love a theme.
And so did Bret. In this clip, it's Bret the Hitman Hart versus Shawn Michaels for the WWE Championship Iron Man match. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
So there it is. And then this is the move itself. He crosses the legs
Oh,
over.
I see. And then yeah.
And then he squats and it applies a ton of pressure on the back.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah. Miraculously, Shawn Michaels doesn't tap. We're gonna move on to what I'm really looking forward to. Technically cool. This next wrestler is Rey Mysterio, one of my favorite wrestlers. What is his finishing move?
I don't know if this is physically possible, but I'm gonna go with it. I think, like you said just now, he jumps off that top ring,
Okay.
somersaults in the air, but before he completes the full somersault, his legs come down.
Yeah.
One leg hooked around, one leg straight, and just like,
Okay.
like brings him down with his momentum,
With
right?
his momentum. Okay. What do you think it's called?
The wormhole.
So Rey Mysterio's finishing move is called the 619, standing for the San Diego area code.
Yeah.
This is him performing his finishing move.
Love that.
Rey Mysterio again. Oh, that's the toe hold.
Okay.
Second rope.
Nicely done.
With a duck hold.
Did he just yell his own sound effect?
Yep.
San Diego work. Rey Mysterio strong. And Rey's gonna fly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Holy.
Rey Mysterio is so fucking cool.
Okay, so I got like 1/8 of that.
1/8
kind
of
of
it there.
correct.
1/8
All
of it
right.
there.
That's so much.
It's pretty elaborate. Yeah.
That's cool. That makes me actually want to watch wrestling.
It's pretty impressive.
I want to give a quick shout out to our friends Emily and Michael who have a podcast called Thank You for Sharing. I didn't intend to, but us talking about this and you sharing this with me reminds me of what they do, and they basically just have a podcast where they just share things with each other that
they're interested in.
that maybe their partner isn't. So this is very reminiscent of that. So just a little shout out, go check out their
All
podcast.
we do is steal content.
No!
All right, so the next move is performed by yet another favorite. His name is Rob Van Dam.
That's it?
That's his name. That's his name. Yep.
Well, let's lay the scene here. Rob Van Dam?
Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam and his opponent, opposite sides of the ring.
Sure.
They turn to face each other.
Uh-huh.
Now I
Oh.
had the time of my life.
And then when it hits that moment,
Yes.
he lifts his opponent up,
Okay.
like Patrick Swayze Dirty Dancing.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they have this beautiful moment.
Yeah.
And then he spins his opponent like a helicopter.
Okay, what's it called? Is that it? Is that the move? What do you call that move?
Worst, yes. That move, I had to learn how to do that in high school.
Really?
It's really hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah. I didn't say I was good at it, I said that I learned it. Dirty copter. It's like Dirty Dancing. And a helicopter.
This is Rob Van Dam performing the 5-star frog splash.
No, don't do it. Wow.
Yeah.
He almost does like a toe touch.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, incredible air. Okay, now we're gonna kick things up a notch. Bam! Emerald Lagasse. So this.
Hello?
We're moving on to brutal.
Okay.
Brutalitops.
Brutalitops.
This next move is performed by the wrestler known as AJ Styles.
Any relation to Harry Styles?
No,
Then I don't care.
as far as I'm aware.
That's all? That's it?
AJ Styles, yep.
I'm gonna say the move is, okay,
Mhm.
he sweeps the leg.
Okay,
Flattens out his opponent.
sure.
Okay?
Yep.
Then he does another little rebound off.
Off the ropes,
Off
yeah.
the ropes. Okay? And with the air that he gets, or maybe he like does a whole climb up and then jump.
And then jump off, okay.
And I'm gonna say he jumps feet first, like onto that person's abdomen.
Wow. You know what? Okay, what's it called?
I'm gonna say he calls it puddle jumping.
Like a little kid jumping in a puddle. Trauma.
What happens to your body when someone does that?
Yeah, it's.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's a lot. So this is
God.
AJ Styles Clash.
Okay.
Teaching him off the clash. Gonna take him out.
No, don't. He's so high.
Here he goes.
On a table.
On a table.
What the?
So now we're moving on to a wrestler that we've already talked about. We're moving on to Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels goes by another name, HBK, or the Heartbreak Kid. He was a heartthrob because he was very, like, the ladies loved him in the WWE because he was very handsome. He was a very cocky character. His finishing move is very simple.
Okay. I'm imagining like just like legs and knees and bad things happening
Bad things.
to your skull.
You're close.
Okay.
You're really close.
Okay.
Legs and skull is involved.
Oh no.
He does something before he does the move. Yeah.
Does he do one of these where he like licks sit next to his pinky and like smooths out his eyebrows?
No.
You said he was a heartthrob. He passionately kisses his opponents on the lips. Don't deny it yet.
I'm not.
You said no.
I said, oh. Yep.
And then when they're swooning, they're distracted.
Yep.
He wraps his right leg around their waist.
And
Listen. Okay.
You know, go where your mind takes you. Go where it goes.
Okay. I think he like locks them in such a way as he can use his arm and their legs to like flip them upside down
Okay.
and like crack their head on them.
Crack your head on the mat. Okay.
He calls it
Oh.
the breakup.
The break. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I wish it was called that. No, it's Oh, the breakup is so good. This finishing move is known as sweet chin music. So the reason it's called sweet chin music is because he performs a kick to the opponent's jaw. Here he goes, and sweet chin music. Now we're on to my favorite finishers and wrestlers.
Okay.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. What was his finishing move?
Is it rock based?
One of them is, not this one.
Dwayne,
Yes.
my good friend Dwayne.
My good friend Dwayne.
He gets at his opponent kind of in like the midsection
Okay.
and flips him over.
Okay.
Like pulls them over back onto
Yeah.
the ground. Once they're on the ground, does like a sideways cannonball onto their body.
Whoa.
And he calls it
Uh-huh.
the cannonball.
You are not far off.
Really?
Believe it or not,
Okay.
you're not far off. How he gets his opponent down, he usually gets them down in the middle of the ring. And he would do a move similar to what you're describing. He does a lot of showboating
Yeah.
in the move
It's
itself.
Dwayne, of course. We all know Dwayne.
He would then perform an elbow drop. And so this finishing move is known as the people's elbow.
It makes me think of the stripper in Friends, who's Danny DeVito, where he goes the long arm of the law. Similar vibe to me.
So the other move that has the name Rock in it is known as the Rock Bottom. But it's basically just a big slam.
What is a big slam?
So he would be facing the opponent, put their arm over his neck like this,
Okay, yeah.
and then he would pick them up and then slam them on the ground.
Ooh.
This is the most electrifying move in sports entertainment, the people's elbow.
Okay. Ooh.
A little showboat.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And there's no referee. Oh, there he is. Oh.
The fervor with which the referees throw their bodies onto the mat That's cool.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy. So here we are.
Is this last one?
This is the last one.
Is this your favorite
It's
boy?
my favorite boy, The Undertaker.
Our boy, The Undertaker, he rises from the ground. Smoke billowing out of the ring.
Yes, of course.
I don't know if it's like a similar like tripping thing like the other guy, but he gets his opponent like in between two of the ropes and then just gives him like a nice blow to the jaw. And it's called the 5-finger death punch. Like the metal band.
What you've described is a move. The Undertaker's finishing move is known as the Tombstone Pile Driver.
Part of me was wondering if maybe it was gonna be like something like embalming or something. Like I don't know. No.
Although there is a match where he tries to embalm someone.
Pardon me?
So this is the Tombstone Pile Driver.
Okay. Oh, that's it's in his eyes.
He's going out. He's going to follow that look of disbelief on the face of the Undertaker has turned into a look of rage.
Whoa!
It's so good. Ooh!
And that's the game.
And that's the game.
Wow.
Time to play the game. We're gonna find a clip of that. It's gonna be great.
That was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening. It's okay.
The only sport that you care about. I think next week we'll play a game of Disney attraction roulette.
Yep.
I'm not going to explain what that means.
Mm-mm.
You're just going to come back and watch it. Thank you so much for joining us again. This has been a fun activity for us being at home. So hope you're all doing well. Have a good time. And yeah, we'll see you next week.